Welcome back, everybody. A big shout out to my friends at Hovsco. They sent me the Felicity and the Xander Max scooters a couple of months ago. We've been having a blast with these. I think I've got all the specs down, so let me give you a rundown on the Felicity and the Xander Max scooters. To the naked eye, they're going to look very similar. The Felicity is just about 40 pounds and the Xander Max is about 4 pounds lighter. The Felicity is probably about 1 inch higher. Up close, the Felicity has dual front, rear mechanical disc brakes and dual suspension, while the Xander Max has a rear disc brake and no suspension. Max weight capacity for the scooters is 220 pounds. For the sake of comparison, I'm just over 180 pounds. I've had a blast on these. The kids obviously weigh much less. Hovsco says you can go up about a 15% grade with these. Like I said, if you're really light, you can push that and you can go up even steeper grades. Top speed for the Felicity is about 21 miles per hour, while the top speed for the Xander Max is 19 miles per hour. I've been up to 21 miles per hour on the Felicity on a moderate downhill. I'd say my average speed when I'm on a flat surface with the pedal to the metal is more around 15 or 16 miles per hour. Both of the scooters have an easy one-step folding mechanism and they're lightweight for easy storage and travel. Rainstorm hit, so we're taking cover here at the Garden of the Gods trading post. We've been out here for a couple hours. I just thought of something else. I think I mentioned top speeds on these somewhere around 20 miles an hour or so. You can push that if you're going downhill. Aaron got up to 27 miles per hour going down a steep hill in Garden of the Gods, and I made it all the way up to 25 miles per hour going downhill. The scooters have a 36-volt lithium battery. They can fully charge in 6 hours. The Felicity can travel just over 20 miles on a charge, while the Xander Max can travel close to 30 miles on a single charge. They feature a smart headlight that turns on when it's dark and tail lights as well. Both scooters have 3 different riding modes, so you can use low, medium, or high. If you're riding in town around a lot of people, maybe around a city park, perhaps you want to keep it in low or medium. If you're on a sidewalk, you're on a road with nobody around, you can keep it wide open on high. Scooters also have cruise control. The dual suspension on the Felicity model is going to come in handy if you're on dirt trails or paths. It's going to be a little more forgiving and a little more of a smooth ride. Sunshine back to rain, back to sunshine, back to rain, back to sunshine. I had a few thoughts while we were out and I wrote them down. One is, I mentioned earlier that the Xander Max is supposed to have a range up to 30 miles while the Felicity is supposed to have a range that's somewhere around 20 miles. I think a lot of that's going to depend on hills, right? I think ideally those are projected for areas that are totally flat, like a beach or a flat boardwalk or a city park. We have lots of hills here, so we're going up pretty high. We live at 7,000 feet. The elevation here at the park is 6,400 feet. So today on a full charge, we traveled somewhere between 15 and 17 miles. I forgot to check the odometer, so keep that in mind. They say that the charging time is about 6 hours if the battery is completely dead, and I would say that's pretty right on. Brakes are really impressive. I had to adjust one of mine right out of the box, but it's really easy. It's your typical brake cable, so a few turns of the screw and a little pull of the cable, and that worked out fine. But these 10-inch tires and the disc brakes, the brakes are just really responsive, 185 pounds, and pretty much stop on a dime. On most terrains, you're not going to really find a difference between the two models. I personally like having both the front and the rear brakes because why not? My goodness, it's more stopping power, and the same thing with the suspension. It's a bonus. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a smoother ride? But the Xander Max is incredible. I forgot to mention that the rear tires are solid, so you don't need to worry about a flat, obviously, with your in-wheel motor, and you can inflate the front tires. I think it says max load 45 pounds, so we have the front tires currently set at 40 pounds. All in all, I absolutely love them. We put about 60 miles on these so far. I've never rented an e-scooter before. I never rode one, so I didn't know what to expect, but I'm loving these. In the $500 to $600 range, I think you're getting more than bang for your buck. Exercise, that's a question some people keep asking me. Are they a good form of exercise? Well, you're just riding, it's not exercise. I lift weights, I run on the treadmill. Having said that, you get a lot of walking in between, and occasionally if you're going up a really steep hill, you have to do the ride assist where you give a few kicks, because these have a 15% grade limitation. So if you live here in the Rocky Mountains, occasionally you're going to want to go up a steeper slope. One other thing I might have mentioned earlier, 220 pounds is the manufactured weight load limit. I weigh 185 pounds, no problems at all. If you're 6'5" and weigh 260 pounds, these might not be the best option for you. I don't know, but at 185, these things are incredible. Absolute blast on the Hovsco Xander Max and Felicity scooters. Once again, huge shout out to my friends at Hovsco. I'm going to put an affiliate link down below if you want to save some money on a Hovsco scooter or an e-bike. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know where you would ride a Hovsco scooter or an e-bike. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Todd. Praise the Lord and pass the good times on the Hovsco scooters, of course.